So today I'll be doing a VOD review of DRX versus GP on Breeze. As always, thanks to Achilios for casting this. Let's get into it. We're watching his stream, by the way.
Second.
That is.
So we can watch the setup here. People didn't hear it, but Silva actually reconned from here all the way over here. Actually, let me bring up my epic pin.
It's a weird recon dart. It landed right in front of Stacks. Takes it down.
RB rushing into the back of the site. I think the dog went out, but Zest's gonna get domed. TP out. Deggy finds Buzz as well.
So honestly, I like that recon. I think it gives you good value. Jet and Chamber did a lot here. Chamber's right here. I think he teleported backwards. I didn't see. We can rewind it though. Yeah, he was on site right here. Somehow he moved. So DRX pushes on site. Jet tries to get on him.
I think the dog went out, but Zest's gonna get domed. TP out. Deggy finds Buzz as well.
So he teleported back here. That's pretty good. And at the same time, I think Jet right here got a kill on this person there. So, but RB is back here, so he has sight. He's set up, but they haven't planted yet, but they should be able to. So it's not looking good for DRX. I know it says Penta and Prince. He just hasn't updated it yet, so.
Well, a good counteraction so far from the side of GP.
He's going to be able to get the plant down at least. A little bit of a delayed push here from the Viper. And they're just going to stack up. It looks like they're going to set for the
Might have been worse.
the old maybe flash and go or whatever they got. RB's gaining the info. There's the knife.
Look at this though. Sogate moving in behind. Footsteps.
That was a bad knife.
I think it's just out of the distance here of Mako, who is not prepared. We'll get
Now
that
they
dink
don't have
going
knife,
through.
'cause I know
Does
he
end up
shot
falling.
that
Stacks gets one. Tucks back away. Doesn't have a flash. Falls up for a second kill. Suddenly,
Stacks.
it's all on RB. The dink gets the finish. Tail wins forward. Gets him off the spike. Sogate back onto it, and he should have enough time. Yep. 0.5 seconds left to go, and that is the first round going over to GP.
It just seems so
good try
hard
here
to take that.
By DRX, but Sogate with that long lurk, able to.
It seems, one thing I know is it seems really hard to take this back here. Like once they have that, it's hard to get them off of it. I think Sky Flashes and KO Knives, but the KO Knife, he threw it. Let me clear this crap. He threw it right there, and they were all back here, so they just all you know, it's an easy shot. That's why you gotta shoot the KO Knife, guys.
They catch Mako through the window, and that really opens up the floodgates there. Able to come in through just enough at the end. Stacks is nuts, of course. Pops two heads before he goes down, but good defense here to start. You know.
Yep.
I like the fact
Updating the
that,
team names on the UI.
I like the fact they keep going B. We were watching, I think it was ESC, and on A side, they kept trying to push and with the Cypher. So it was just, once you plant, you kind of can't hold this site. You're not going to push here. You're supposed to too many angles. Here. Right there. It's terrible X. But you're supposed to so many angles, you know, right here. They come outdoors. They could come creep out. It could be someone there. It could be someone there. So, you know, it's just better. Even like once you get from back here, you're just exposed. I mean, it's like suicide. I mean, you hate to see it, you know? So that's why I think if you don't run a Sage, you just can't really play this side of the map, honestly. You really just plant and then you run back here. I mean, that's all you can do. But when you go B, it gives you a greater chance. You can at least hold here, you can hold here, you know. You can push on site, you can move there, you can move there, you can play there. It's just a lot of angles, so. Oh, even back here. And Viper with the post plant, that's a whole another meta game in and of itself, so.
My scuffy UI.
Yeah,
we go.
TGP. They're not bad. Can you quick show the
Yep.
the buys? Thank you.
Full Spectre half armor for DRX. They're forcing it up. Feeling confident.
Sova's watching mid. They doggy out.
They got a lot of
Scout.
kills.
That's
They
good.
got the plant down.
Good Viper. What is this? Pit right here. And then Jet's already on site. Viper Chamber has to be dead. I mean, like, this is what I was talking about from Viper. Somehow she threw it over there. I don't know what lineup she knows. It's fucking Kobe, bro. Fucking Kobe. Or Curry.
Yep. So feeling a bit more comfortable to go for it. There's the TP out. Hanging quite low, and oh man, just on the other side of the wall here is Buzz.
Spike planted.
As the plant comes in. Full blind straight
Look at
into
the
the
trigger
face.
Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. Look at the trigger discipline from this Cypher. He's on the side of the wall and he is not moving. He heard Chamber shoot literally right by his face. He's not phased.
Just
Look at him.
Zodiac just waiting.
He's looking in the exact
Park
same
Chung Jae.
position too.
Last
Back over there
player
into
standing.
elbow. A lot of kills coming through, and it's all left. Ooh, man. Nice shot. Takes out Stacks,
Very
but
nice.
they're
He knew
quick to
RB had.
reply. 3 members left standing will retain their Spectres.
That
The
was
other
Buzz.
2 going to be a bit strapped here, but 3,500. They can make it work.
Did Buzz used to
But
play
that is
Jet?
going to be the 1-to-1, and it's a nice answer back, and the force pays
Or-
off quite
I don't
nicely
know.
here for the side of
I don't remember
DRX.
who Buzz used to play.
Yep. That's just good job by DRX, kind of learning a little bit.
DRX is
Some of the positionings. They
Vision
quickly
strikers.
clear everything out. They're watching their corners this time, or their backs this time, and that's what you'd expect out of them. Round-to-round adaptations are good. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Zest is IGL as well now for DRX Vision Strikers. If I'm wrong on that,
You watch
feel
a
free
chef
to
do it.
correct me, DRX,
what
if you're in
is
the
going
chat.
on with Twitch? You guys see that? What the fuck was that? Okay, so Viper threw Pit up here, so Jet could take this. So Jet has halls now. Chamber moved on site, but he could always teleport back here. So Silver's there watching mid, Viper's there. They have a weak side on B. It's exploitable. Cypher's lurking. Yeah, looks good. It looks good for DRX at least. If they listen to the Cypher, they could be good. Buzz, not the Cypher. I know who he is now. So
Poison's off.
There we go. Everyone's telling me the labels are wrong. And I'm like, yeah, there's a delay, guys. just
Patience.
Just wait for it. I did get the map draft for this, so it's going to be, I mean, a bit worrisome overall for GP when you think about the history here. But Breeze, then Haven, and then Split.
Hey. Yeah, Haven and Split have been pretty good for
here it comes.
Vision Strikers historically, no doubt. Push through Hall.
This guy, man.
That might be the. Oh, actually, I think. Never mind. I don't think it's Split. I think it's Icebox.
Oh, Icebox. Oh, God. Worse.
Whoa! Oh my God! I am so happy to catch that one on cam. Great double
So
taps
good at
coming
chamber.
in.
Jesus Christ.
Takes a hell of a lot of damage, but good lord, what an equalizer!
Toxins going up.
Yo, Park Chung Jae.
But honestly, it's easy when you ADS.
Nasty
And
And they're
shots.
funneling through that choke.
Goodness.
I think
The
ADS
delay
is
on
really
the toxic
underrated
screen here
in this
from
game.
DRX to try to
And on Chamber, it
give
becomes
themselves a little bit more time.
It's still kinda
There's
obvious,
gonna be
right?
the
Right,
foul
it was-
thrown through.
they like
Buzz
it.
is good for one.
Good for a second.
Nice buzz. Jesus
Needs
Christ.
to be good for maybe a little bit more here.
Like,
Put some damage out onto
Nats.
Skuna.
Toxin
As
screen
Mako
down. One enemy remaining.
gets the kill, got the bite, goes out low HP, can kind of just spray this away. As long as he doesn't get dinked, he should be fine. Waits it out. Oh, sees the shoulder for just a moment. Gonna try to hold it, but Mako holds it down. Swaps up towards
Just
the
like
Bulldog.
in the post plant phase.
And yeah,
don't be
we'll be
fighting.
able to make it out alive with that one.
That was nice.
I see that we are now being flooded by Korean viewers because we're streaming. We're the only ones who are streaming this DRX game, so I'm gonna say, oh, welcome to the stream. Let's have some fun.
Heck yeah. Mako just so good. You know, the patience here, and this is what has really set the Vision Strikers apart from a lot of the other Korean teams, is just the...
Alright, so let's peep the setup. We have Viper playing A. They don't think they're going to go A, really. It seems like they're going to take mid control. They expect a mid push, or GP is going to push through mid. You see they have Chamber, Jet, and Sova all mid. Might be overkill. Again, they have a weak side B, but they think that the Chamber trap is good enough. Which kind of is, so we'll see. And regardless, honestly, I think Chamber could possibly TP back here. So it might give them a lot of flexibility, honestly. You might just be able to play a little bit more free with Chamber. We haven't seen much Chamber, so.
The protocols they have in those situations when it's a 1v1, a 1v2, you know, he waits things out. He knows, you know, when to throw his snake bites out to try to buy time or to just get him off the plant or even get the kill. But, you know, he's just using that corner so well.
And to explain, for anyone watching who doesn't know what Chamber does, these traps, if they're like within the same range, because when you use them, there's a circle that spawns around them. And if they're touching, like they're tethering, you can teleport back and forth. All right, so Chamber is the cool guy with the glasses. This little guy. He kind of looks like Achilios, honestly.
The tight peaks there, really good from him. And, you know, again, it's always good crossfires, good post-plant setups for the Vision Strikers. You know, especially Mako was really good on Breeze. He has some really interesting lineups. He can get all the way out kind of by the pillar in mid and launch some of those snake bites right onto the site as well. We'll see if that ever comes into play, but you know, there's a lot of really interesting mechanics that could be done, and they're really trying to hammer away on B. I like the kind of setting the pace, setting the tone here. A lot of teams.
I've got your trail.
Oh boy, so he's got the ult. He's got a TP out.
Yeah,
We'll clear two of those Seekers, but the last one will reveal Daggy. As the dog goes into the back.
But the Viper wall cut them
Wall
off.
is up. They'll
so
get the dart out
it
onto
doesn't matter if
one.
you're off.
You already see RB getting dropped there.
So it's important that people see this. The Viper wall cuts off the Chamber, because Chamber was the main one defending. You guys remember, right? I was just talking about the tethering between mid and back of B so that he can op this area here because they have to funnel into a choke. The Viper wall negates all that. I mean, Viper's still queen here, obviously. And it just allows them to take sight. So we'll see how they push from here. Viper's still A. You know.
They'll have to make their way up onto the site. See Stacks getting that plant down now. I mean, something interesting that the DRX Twitch just said a little bit ago is that, you know, this is Zest doing all the shot calling now for the roster. So, for those who didn't know about that, it has been taken out of the hands of Stacks. So you can just kind of focus on pounding. He's good at that typically. Mako doing that jiggle. The light around the corner destroys the Hawks. It does not get blind. It finds one. The shot comes in from the flank. And it is very clean overall. One member lost as the defuse will come in, and that'll tie us up at 2-2.
Yeah, you can see why a lot of teams aren't real keen on trying to take B. It's really hard to defend post-plant.
Yeah, that is
so many angles you have to worry about. I'm curious here if Vision Strikers are trying to draw Sogate off of A with that Viper and try to get him over to B. We'll see. But so far it hasn't really mattered because the retakes have been rather good. Now DRX in kind of an odd spot money-wise. They're going to grab a few guns here. Does RB have the...
No, but
honestly, I think DRX trying to just play in these predictable spots. You know, it becomes obvious. And I don't know if the KO knife went off. I kind of...
He's going to rush shot.
Is serious here. If Vision Strikers are trying...
We should get a replay.
Wall is up. They'll get the dart out onto one.
Okay. The dart. So the recon dart showed one?
You already see RB getting dropped there. Still have to make their way up onto the site. See Stacks getting that plant down now.
Planning. Let's slow it down. Actually. Let's mute those. The KO flash. Does he have a knife? There it goes. Okay, there you go. So finally, he got a good knife. That, no offense to him, that knife is king because no one is playing on site. And it seems like they already got a pick. So no one is going to be watching that area. Last time they threw the knife here, everyone again is watching. They quickly turn and shoot it. So he got a good KO knife. Now you play him. Now they push. Let's see. He's peeking this. KO's gonna push the other side. I think we could play it normally. Just let it play out.
Typically. Mako doing that jiggle. The light around the corner destroys the Hawks. It does not get blind. It finds one. The shot comes in from the flank. And it is very clean overall. One member lost. The defuse will come in and that'll tie us up to 2-2.
And headshot Viper.
Yeah, you can see why a lot of teams aren't real keen on trying to take B. It's really hard to defend post plant. So many angles you have to worry about. I'm curious here if Vision Strikers are trying to draw Sogate off of A with that Viper to try to get him over to B. We'll see. But so far it hasn't really mattered because the retakes have been rather good. Now DRX in kind of an odd spot money-wise. They're going to grab a few guns here. Does RB have the...
No, but he's going to rush shop.
Yeah, what's he at for his ult orb?
He needs one more, so he's going to rush into the shop here to try to get it.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
Yeah, Hawk doesn't reveal anything, so he knows that he's safe to grab this. Probably will be a delayed pop. He'll probably try to see if they can get a pick onto anybody in a neutral spot so he can recover a weapon, and if not, then we'll see the Blade Storm come out.
With range fight though with a classic, but proper peeking, he shouldn't. You know, you see what he's doing,
which is good. A very good measured approach. I like that.
He should be fine. So
rather than just grabbing the orb, instant popping. The only concern is that if you get into a rough position where you're at a ranged duel, which is fairly common on this map, and you suddenly need to try to pop that Blade Storm in the middle of action, you can get caught with your hands tied and just get shut down instantly.
That's very true. That's what I was saying.
Jiggle here as the drone shot will hit Stacks. He'll go ahead and pull back.
Oh, RB's turn. Do a little check-in. And they have their own poison cloud there to cover the advance here. Not sure if any of the sounds were heard by GP. I don't think so. But they can just wait. Skuna looking to launch a dart somewhere as the push comes through. Door is going to be open. Flash out. Mako gets the opening kill.
Yeah, Stack's still lurking, but coming in from behind here. So close. Manages to find that elimination.
I love the way.
Very well.
I love the way the Sky stood back. So here's what they did. They opened the door. As soon as the door opens, as soon as it's wide enough, really, for Jet to pop out, the Sky Bird goes out. The Jet pops out, and they fight, right? Regardless of if there was a Jet smoke. I know a lot of people get a little timid, but the idea is to pop out of a flash, out of a smoke is really pretty powerful. So they kind of just helped you, if you think about it.
All occupied here by the side of DRX. Lurk well into the back here from Buzz, trying to see if anybody cuts through mid.
Sucking its span.
Doesn't see anyone, so you should know that this is going to end up being
essentially when someone smokes, and typically you don't want to run out of a smoke first because your arm is seen first. So what a lot of people like to do is before you pop out of smoke, they flash because everyone's going to have to turn around or either shoot the bird. So it gives you time to see them and shoot.
Over towards the spawn, maybe sitting on the B site, saving.
I love that RB doesn't re-challenge that peek onto Park Jung Jae there. He knows that, there's the headshot lineup for sure.
Yeah.
And just, it's better safe than sorry here,
I mean, given what happened 2 rounds ago, I would not challenge that man at all.
Hell no. He's fired up. He's been hitting some good shots. That's what you need out of those chambers. Long. He's gonna hear those footsteps, but I don't really think there's anything you can do about it.
No, not at all. Just kind of
I don't
have to
know
let
if
him
you
sit.
can even. Can you even wallbang through there? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think a little bit. You're not going to get too much damage, even with a Vandal in hand. If you had a Node in, then perhaps you could make it work. Oh, God. The number of times I went back and watched that that wallbang yesterday from Bazzi in
Oh, God.
Haven.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
I was just like, all right, man.
That's just crazy good. Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of wonder.
So that's the chamber setup for B. Here and here. The other side of it is, as we saw, here and there. So, and we have DRX kind of splitting. Interesting. They're splitting this area towards mid and halls. That's an interesting way to get mid control, if you think about it. That's new. I haven't seen any team do that, right? Like, most people push one side or they'll push mid, but it's rare to see. Well, honestly, it's smart because if you think about it, you end up taking this area, you end up taking this, and this is a direct pipeline to mid. So that allows them to pop up here behind anyone who's there. It depends on how freely they're playing it, though. It's all about the intel, I think. All about intel.
Wondering about the role swaps, but Buzz has been nuts on the Sentinel so far, at least statistically, that we, in the first day that we've seen him. In the first games, he was, I think, MVP on both maps that DRX played. So far, so good. The Cypher is kind of an interesting, choice here. Just gives you a little bit more info on those long lurks on Breeze. Oh, Scoot is dead.
I know exactly.
And there is the infra site chucked out. They spot him. And they're going to say, okay, let's shift over. They don't want to deal with the jet because they have a bit of an idea that Deggy is going to have an operator in his hands at this point.
And the chamber.
So, looks like they...
Chamber is the send.
Let's play a little bit split. Maybe try to draw attention over towards the A site. Or, okay, they're just...
You want to play opposite sides of wherever their Sentinel is. Because Sentinels do one thing, and it's defend sites well. So, they're not aggressive peekers or flashers. So, you see he's over here. He even moved his traps, so he could teleport here to there, I think. Pretty good. And he put another trap here. So he moved his portals, I'm sorry, over there. And he has a trap here. And, yeah, okay. I like it.
Just setting up the fake wall.
Yep.
Viper's
go
gonna
ahead and
hate
throw that
by
down and get ready to cut their way over.
So they could pop flash out
Going
of
to drag
first
red
smoke.
light. He'll put
And
push back a bit.
That
to remove
counters
the
her
dart.
as a controller.
And now with Sogate falling.
You see, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Sky Doggy out, and Jet opened that door, or Jet came through the door at the same time as the Doggy came out, so it allowed them to get an easy peek on Viper. Viper just can't defend well enough by herself, honestly. It's a pipe dream.
Rotations will start coming through. But, I mean, when you have the operator at this point, you're playing 3v5.
30
You
seconds
kind of just
left.
want to sit back, see if you
Spike
can get
planted.
exits, and otherwise just plan for the save.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time unless something wild happens. I mean, red light does have his ult, but it's not going to be that useful in this situation. It's going to flash hall to check, doors closed, so going to throw the knife as well. But yeah, there's just not much to do out of this. Yeah, okay, you suppressed the Sova, but that doesn't help you. But I mean, this is what makes Vision Striker so scary, is you give them even more information, right? Like they get that neural theft. They know that there's two members stuck on back B, and they just wall it off. And
oh well,
oh my God,
RB has the read, spots him out, and unfortunately, they're not going to be able to find anything here. Well, somebody redeemed punishment, so sorry, Kotak.
Good save.
You got to get timed out now.
Here.
Maybe they should play a little bit more aggressively. Have someone lurk mid, maybe.
Such a good start for Team GP, but
I don't know.
the
who
Vigil Striker is so disciplined, just so smart. You know, always covering all their bases, min-maxing, you know, giving RB that Blade Storm on that round.
Like, I almost feel like if they had a Cypher or an Omen, maybe, someone could lurk for them, but the character, I don't even know if it's called lurking, but just someone just slowly pushing and just getting intel, right? But the characters they have can't really do it. You know, Cypher has his cages to get out, as well as his his camera, and then Omen has his teleport, smokes, and flashes, and ults. So they're just a lot better at solo, whatever it's called.
Where the money was a little awkward, getting rifles into the hands of everybody else, and there again that last round, you know, it's the little things with that toxic screen to cut off the back of B to not give them any information on what's going on. But another quick entry into B, really trying to force the issue on this site. Hasn't gone great so far for Vision Strikers. Let's see what the adaptations look like. One that I noticed is Mako way out there on the lurk by defender, or excuse me, attacker's spawn.
Buzz is getting tucked against the wall here, same position. Doesn't really need to swap up anything until his teammates tell him. Shots flying through. Buzz actually gonna fall and got him through the wall.
I'm sorry. We need to
Getting a
look at this. This is brand new. No one is on site except for RB. Literally, he's the only person. KO knife comes through. Hope he shoots it so he can dash, but I think it's already getting off. He's suppressed already. Maybe his KO all went off, but they're just getting flanked on, and Viper is playing the post plant. So yeah, it's gonna be rough. He's set up for it.
That this is where he likes to get set up. RB trying to clear that out. Dang, he just charges up, gets that off shot straight in.
One enemy remaining.
Bite is available. Bites have been used, rather. And nice headshots coming through. I mean, good lord, the accuracy on this man, but they don't have time. Mako,
Oh
he
my
bought
God.
enough with these delayed bites,
Yeah.
and he's actually going to find another weapon. That's the...
I mean, honestly, that's what Viper can do. Was a post plant from like right there or some crap, and then go hit a window and shoot you when you try to disarm the bomb. So, you know, just Viper things. Someone has to lurk on her.
Operator unrecoverable.
It has to happen. Else she just does what she wants.
Cannot get there in time.
Devastating.
A huge win here still for DRX. They might lose all of their guns, but they basically take everything away from GP.
And it's the little things, you know, for DRX, the small changes, and it's Mako going out on that long lurk, and then he knows those lineups. Again, the lineups here for Mako are so good with those snake bites, and the delay that he's able to cause is all it takes. Just incredible stuff from Mako. Has been just a wonderful smoker for.
Okay, I think they're doing it. You see, Jet's actually pushing them. So they're gonna have their Jet solo push. She has smokes and a dash and a jump. So yeah, why not? She can do a lot, honestly. Solo pushing, I like it.
For DRX ever since he moved over to the team,
But
is
you
really impressed.
The mind games,
Not just
man.
in his
Holy moly.
individual mechanics.
This is insane, actually. The mind games here. Jet and Silver are now mid. They're countering that because they understand that GP is now gonna play aggressively and push towards mid so that they can have the solo push and kill the Viper post plant, right? Like, whether it's there or there. So Jet would just have to gain this ground. So again, Jet going either here, up there, or even there to kill Viper, who would try to do post plant here or there. Or Jet can go down here and catch Viper there and go around and kill Viper there. So yeah, that's good.
Ability, but his game sense, his knowledge that Visual Strikers has instilled into him has been incredible.
Cut around the side.
Okay, so he did the main path. He pathed here. I thought it was weird that he was going there. I don't know if maybe he got caught by the Cypher camera. He saw it. But it's a lot to kind of do that, and I don't think it's worth too much. So I think it's better to just take mid like he's doing. It looks like he might get deaded by Zest. Yeah.
A little flank there from Daggy, finds RB, but Zest quickly puts him down, and forward aggressive push finds Buzz, caught a bit off guard, as Skuna does the very same to Zest. I like this aggression being shown here. They're just matching it.
The 5-head play. 2 down.
No fear from GP. I
Yeah.
like it.
I mean, they have kind of gotten the read that, you know, if we continue to play back on the sites, surrender these forward positions and let them get in, we're really struggling to get the retake, so let's just take the fight to them at least for a round. And Smako and Stacks, I mean, if you want 2 clutch players for the side of DRX, this is about as clutch as it gets. Seeker's gonna go out. One reveals himself here on the site. Wall to come up, block off just in case anybody's playing around mid, but it's a great headshot to start. Looking for a little bit more. Mako
Man, Chamber is
trying to make
so
it happen.
good.
We'll at least be able to get this spike planted as the bite goes a little bit further back. Start to reveal, he's still slowed up. They're spamming through the wall, but as it drops, the last 4 members will be able to clean him up and take the win, keeping it within 2. So not nearly as much of a one-sided affair as we might have anticipated. Good showing here.
Yeah, no, I mean, Park Jung Jae has been really tricky. He's been hitting some just wonderful shots, whether it be with the Headhunter or, you know, with the Vandal, whatever. He's been a real nuisance. And like you said, the early aggression here, setting the tempo, kind of catching the Vision Strikers a little off guard, puts them on the back foot. Mako's still sitting on the Viper's pit. Didn't end up popping it in that pass round. Never really got a great opportunity to do so. Sogate has his as well. And you got the, you know, got the tour de force.
So it looks like Chamber's gonna solo defend B every time. They're stacking it. They figure they're not gonna go B off that. But it's almost like they forgot about the post plant, so maybe they're just doing it for 1 round, like it was said. I don't know what the eco looks like. Looks like GP can buy. Viper has a Vandal, so and full show and full utility, so.
Park Jung Jae, you got a Hunter's Fury, so you got a lot of post plant potential here for the defender side to kind of delay if the Vision Strikers keep going for B. You know, they've been planting in the default spot on the close side of pillars, so you could try to delay that. You've got a lot of opportunities here. Did they have 2 operators if you include the tour de force here?
No.
No.
B,
Okay, just the tour de force. All right.
Let's see what she
Look
does.
at 12 and 3 right now. This is Park Jung Jae just carrying.
Yeah.
Putting the team in the backpack.
12-3-1. The man is just absolutely destroying.
Good lord.
Just requested that we get some regular updates on the ESC Dom 1 series. So, you know, if you guys don't have myself and Bin1 streams open, then you'll be able to check that out. I guess we probably should have set up squad streaming for the days. That way people could just kind of tap between the 2. But
that would have been smart.
You guys don't have 2 monitors?
So let's see what RB does. Well, we can call it what he does. We go through it. So they slow walk there. They knew it was safe to take here. Sky checked that out already. So as soon as the Sky Doggy comes out, they push with it. Jet dashes into the smoke. Viper throws up wall, removes Chamber. It honestly seems like they can deal with Chamber, but I don't know what their post plant thing looks like. But now they're on site. So here's the caveat. GP is pushing 2 through spawn. The problem is Cypher Trip sees that. And I don't see Cypher camera anywhere. But you know, if they go here, they'll totally skip all that. So we'll see. I think we should honestly let's watch it.
There's a tailwind forward from RB. Buzz just going to be hopping through that bite in the wall. Sets up the cam, and he's going to change his positions here to make sure he doesn't get picked.
He doesn't trigger.
Now the pit is going to be dropped in on the site.
Oh.
Zest will find one. Nice little poke out. Takes quite a bit of damage, so recovery will come in from Stacks. Just providing some support here.
He didn't trigger the tripwire. They can hear it.
As Daggy tries to find a way in.
Cypher just doesn't seem that good anymore.
Stray shots, hoping that he finds something as Sogate.
Watch him.
We'll get 1 kill. Buzz still going to be around the corner. Cyber Cage comes up, he'll hear that
He
hit.
pushes. As
Push
they
comes
push.
out,
He pushes
Buzz
the same time.
manages to swing.
He doesn't see him there.
Great play from him. Finds two and even gets the headshot as a red light will fall. Great stuff from Buzz. What we've been wanting to see. And I mean, you were kind of talking about it earlier, and maybe I was muted or I forgot to chime in because I was doing something else. But I don't mind this adjustment at all. Like it's a very different play style, obviously. For
It's very interesting to me that they completely evaded the wires, but honestly, they weren't great wires. They like heard them all. So yeah.
Buzz compared to moving to Jet, but one of the things that you want is fantastic game sense when you have a Sentinel player, and Buzz has that. So
Yes.
already on that front, a good selection. He's mechanically gifted, and the main issue that I had.
I can't say I like the deeper strategy of running a Viper, figuring out that people are gonna try to push her to stop the post plant. So instead, you bring a Cypher to defend her. It's crazy.
So with Buzz's play, particularly
strategy,
before
really.
he joined Vision Strikers,
And on
was that
Breeze, it makes a lot of
oftentimes
sense.
he was way too aggressive.
So,
And being put on
can't
something like a
defend any
Cypher or a
site.
Killjoy very much
that's
slows.
the thing. On Breeze, you can't defend any site at all well enough. So the game becomes about post plant. And it's the strategy of post plant and how to counter that post plant. And it seems like KO, Sky, Cypher, Viper, you know, that's what it's all about.
Down his play by nature. So I think that overall this is a net positive because it stops him from over-aggressing, from getting those moments where it looks like he's just kind of inting and feeding. And he just has a fantastic game sense about where people are going to be. Like, he knew Scooter was there, he just didn't get the shot.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Buzz only
He
died
might-
because he was closer to that angle. So than the other guy was, so he saw him first.
have, been able to camera check that and give himself a little. I think if he could go back in time and redo that one, he'd probably throw the camera. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. And now you've got the operator in the hands of Park Jung Jae. He gets spotted out. He's gonna have to TP away, but still RB's gonna get him. Nicely done.
Yeah, and they just check out the rest of that archway. No additional tags coming through. Spike now planted. 4 members strong versus 3. You've got one getting ready to approach.
If I might be wrong, but I think as they push,
In time and redo that one, he'd probably throw the camera. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. And
as
now
they
you've got
push,
the operator in the
Viper
hands-
dropped the wall. I saw it. So Viper drops the wall. All right, so they understand it's important to pick this chamber because a good chamber is a terror. Honestly, he can bounce around every part of the site. So they send the Sova drone in. He darts him. They drop the wall here. This is gonna drop in a second. They know he's gonna teleport back here. They know these common sites. They've peeped that already. So Jet's gonna push here. She might dash for it to catch him, cause she's gonna catch him here. So
As Park Jung Jae gets spotted out, he's gonna have to TP away, but still RB's gonna get him.
Wow.
Nicely done.
really, it looked like RB just shot him from here, and then it just hit him there.
Just check out the rest of that archway. No additional tags coming through. Spike now planted. 4 members strong versus 3. You've got one getting ready to approach through the tunnel. One swinging all the way back through elbow. Mako's going to try to check.
Okay, that's huge. That I don't know, SK9NA. I don't know how to say that, but that's nice that he got that pick on Mako. So now the post plant, that's eliminated. You're in a 3v3 situation. You have Viper. I mean, not Viper. Well, you do have a Viper, but you have KO and Sova to gather intel to tell you that they're all back here. So I don't know how much utility this KO has, but Sova has ult, and he has arrow, and he has 2 shock darts. So they should have this.
Does offer up a little bit of damage, but Skuna ends up winning out on that exchange. So a bit more even footing here
So the KO knife went through already.
between the squads, but it's
it's
all about the
pretty
retake. Can they
premature.
pull it off? Stacks guiding lane at the ready, throws out the flash, and we'll just mow down red light as Skuna's not ready for Zest to be playing that far forward. He was trying to get the crosshair lined up for Stacks in the back there. But
All right, let's see if it's the A hit now, because Vision Strikers has been really conditioning the B side. Stuff they've been able to now start to make it work. Good adjustments again, you know, Mako playing back, and them getting information on the back site, following up with RB to clear out Park Jung-jae with the operator. Quick update, it is tied 4-4 with ESC and Damwon Kia on bind.
so it seems like we should be fine to jump into that second series.
Yeah, we can wait that out. This one's good. I mean,
Yeah.
GP's playing very well, to be honest. I did better than I would have expected.
I am not regretting the decision whatsoever, which is good, because I hate when I'm wrong.
So we got Jet solo pushing through mid. Chamber is now set up at. They figured out that, all right, these guys have my chamber set up countered, so I'm gonna teleport from here to, you know, all that good stuff. So they're taking halls. Cypher playing B. He is tripwire set up for the lurk, just in case they try to slow push through B. So this is the opposite side of the push, if that makes sense. So they're gonna most likely fast push A. Let me clear all this. I have a lot of drawing. They're most likely gonna fast push A. Play post plant with Viper from here, and Cypher is gonna defend him. He has a tripwire here, and I'm sorry, that's a camera. So if you get caught here, he's gonna peek you. So to expand, if you get caught here or here, he's gonna peek out and hit you here or there. All right. They even have your boy Sova watching here in case you want to mid push. So I'm sure at some point he's gonna rotate, because he's gonna have to get intel so that they can push on site A. But for now, Jet's just walking halls. It seems like the way they play Jet on this map is Jet likes to take halls. She loves to go through door and get the higher ground on everyone, because you can essentially pinch it. But I think Sova will push with her. I think they like to do that. I think it was Sova or Sky. Yeah, I think it was Sova pushes here through A, and then they do Jet and Sky through halls. So a flasher, a healer with a very mobile duelist, and a post planner and an intel person. So I think Sova will take bomb, maybe.
Wrong. As I'm sure most people do. Buzz just... Nothing gets past me. I see all.
Putting those high sense mechanics to good work there.
And just, oh god. I'd love to just loop that and just put some fucking
Sky
disco
is
music
going
to
up. They
it.
love
Rave
this.
music.
It's their bread and butter.
Just Darude Sandstorm. The camera just going back and forth.
So Cypher's gonna play a little closer.
Yeah, we music streamers now.
Yeah, here they go. They love it, man. That's so crazy. This time they have Cypher.
Push is coming through. Oh, but the turn from RB is beautiful. Throws up the smoke. He's actually going to just go ahead. Tailwind straight into that. And Diggy
Unlucky.
manages to get that shot. Stacks rounds the corner.
Spike planted. One
Shuts him
enemy
down.
remaining.
Just like that. It's all, I mean,
Jesus.
I can say it's all on him. And
That is filthy.
now he's upgraded to the Phantom. I think you just stick with the...
He saves it.
I think you just stick with the old Q there. I realize my keybinds might be different from everybody else's. But I think I only changed. I think I only changed C and X. I think everything else is pretty much default.
Stacks wants it.
Oh,
Ooh, did
the
he see him?
timing. No, he has no idea. He's gonna have to exit here pretty soon, so one of them's gonna make noise, and there it is. Stacks gets the catch. Ah, God! Right before that round started, I scraped my knuckles when I was moving some furniture last week, and I have a scab right at the top of my knuckle, and I put my hand in my pocket, and I just peeled it, and it.
No.
My hand is
That sounds
now in
painful, man.
Are you bleeding?
a lot of pain. It's not bleeding, but
He wants to know if he's drawing
it's,
blood. Bro, you
it
bleeding
doesn't
blood?
feel great.
Yeah. Who picked Breeze? Whose map pick was this? Was this GP's?
We'll double check that in just a moment.
Well, he's taking care of himself.
So let's take a look. We have Chamber holding A. He's pushing A, actually. He's slow walking A. Again, Cypher trips. He's put the trip there. So he likes that setup. That's his ideal setup. I guess because he wants to protect this area. Maybe. I'm just looking at it. That's the only logical thing I see. They have 2 people on B. Oof. They have goddamn Viper and KO defending B. Viper's close. I think she's gonna die.
Oh,
She's
you're
too
fine
close.
now.
Yeah, I'm
So
good, I'm good.
still sitting on
Oh,
this
she has
Viper's
ult though.
pit.
Okay. She's playing close for a pit.
Just pop it here. Just gum up the front of B.
This
I don't
was
know.
DRX's pick.
Yeah, because she
Okay.
just gets pushed. It's that's it.
Okay, a lot of delay utility being used here, but the push coming through the opposite side as RB puts quite a bit of damage into red light. They managed to shut him down, but RB will fall. Buzz has got a great cross angle. Put a little bit of extra damage in as they just mow down that KO, making sure there's no chance that he gets back up. Juice Fury searching, just goes on the opposite sides of Buzz. Plant now coming through, dart into the back. Tail one forward here from Daggy. To get the spot onto one. Cyber Cage comes up, Daggy jumps through it. A little bit of wall bang action coming through there as well as Stax tries to get rid of this jet. He himself does fall.
Player standing.
As it all comes down to this. 1v2, the first bite connects. We know there's going to be a second one on the way here somewhat soon. There it is. Mako trying to delay.
Enemy remaining.
And suddenly, is it possible? He hears the drop down. Oh, but he drops right in front of Buzz's crosshair, and Buzz will be able to
Shouldn't
close
have
it
been
out. I mean,
close.
some of these rounds are so very close. Just
Switching sides.
DRX getting away by the skin of their teeth at times. A little bit too clutch from some of these members, but 9-3, you know, fairly respectable here to start. We just have to see how the attack goes for the side of GP.
Yes, this should do.
Yeah. Look, Park Jung Jae is out of his mind right now. 16 and 7, top fragging on the circuit.
I don't know. I don't like the way. I think DRX handedly won that round. So they switch sides now. So DRX is on defense. So Cypher's setting up here on B side with a Viper wall going in the middle. Like, I can't draw a straight line. Are you drunk, sir? But just going in the middle, and he's gonna push. And it looks like DRX has Sova playing Halls. Sky and Jet, I mean, they're just best friends, obviously, at this point.
Server, but
Here.
yeah, DRX is, I mean, again, the post plant just
this is
discipline
my
is so good from them. And Buzz has been a real nuisance on that back B. He is absolutely difficult to displace because he's so gifted mechanically, pushing around those corners. So difficult to get the jump on him, almost impossible. Even when they had the spot, you know, they spotted him out with, I assume, the Sova utility or something, and they still just couldn't do anything about him.
So, first round Cypher setup. I think he got a classic or a ghost. I'm not sure. But either way, he camera, tripwire. You can only buy one, obviously. It's first round. That's how he plays the setup. Chamber keeps a trap here. And I think that's a trap there. Yeah, they show the little circles around him. Okay. So, trap here. Trap here. Teleporter there. Maybe he'll teleport here so he can play the. Yeah, he likes these little, you know, these little areas like this that they connect. Those blank spots in the map. He really likes abusing that. So they're obviously gonna push A. Though Sova drone. Most likely. I don't know how GP plays. They play it a lot differently than DRX plays it. DRX, again, they love to push halls, and DRX has 2 in halls right now because they assume that's the ideal way to play. So yeah, it makes sense just given their setup. They have 2 here holding a crossfire. The besties holding a crossfire. So
He's just too cagey, too good, too smart. And now, on the defender's side, it's going to be that typical kind of toxic screen to try to gain control of the site. Stax is there to flash for RB, and yeah, this one's starting to slow up.
He's been spotted. Spike still looking like it's going to get planted here. Red light
Spike
does end up
planted.
falling, though.
Last player standing.
All comes down to Sogate, and he's not going to be able to make it happen. And that should be, you know, this is the 10th round coming in. That should set up for 11 unless we see a similar force.
Pushing like that doesn't work.
Victory here from the side of GP.
Crossfires are
Yeah, they
pretty
might
strong.
try to force.
And that's when two people
You
are
know,
looking.
use that, see if you get some more value out of
So crossfire is when two people are looking at the same spot. So you look here, you look there, I'm there, you're there. We're looking at each other. We're like, yo, anything between us, I'ma shoot it. For sure, I got you. So, you know, just how it goes. It's OP. I don't know the counter for it, because as soon as you step foot here, you're gonna get shot by one of them, right? One of them has the longer angle than the other. This one, he's gonna see you before you walk out, right? So the way the game is and the world, if you're closer to an angle, you're gonna see the person first. I mean, after. They're gonna see you before you see them, basically. So them holding here, they're gonna see you. You're gonna get shot. He can also jiggle peek if he gets in trouble to protect him, or he just holds. You know, it's either way you're dead.
out of that headhunter from Park Jung Jae and see what they go for. But it's gonna be tough. That opening pistol win, pretty easy for the Vigil Strikers. Stacks just right there with some good flashes to set up RB, and it all just kind of falls apart from there. Early toxic screen out here at the front of A for Mako, anticipating the A hit. Wants to try to.
All right, so let's see the setup from DRX this time. Tripwire here. Skybird down halls. They expect them to push B. They are defending A very lightly. One person in halls. They're Vipers playing halls. Maybe I think Viper might dominate halls. I can see that as being a valid strategy. They have the wall here. So my lines are so bad. But yeah, I like it. And someone's slow walking mid chamber. Chamber's going back to his normal setup on GP. So
Slow it up. Is he going to open the door? He is. He's got that bulldog. He wants to try to have that kind of pivot position to cover the site. And here we go. So Gate. That push through halls is crucial.
yeah,
He gets here onto the site. Oh, but Zest has the lineup. He's ready for it.
Spike planted.
All that decay, all that damage coming through, and
One enemy remaining.
Dart sets him up, and God, it looked like the fucking drone killed him.
it did, right? But they're basically just, you know, hugging this. That is the area they hold. You don't move past this, you see everything. You know, you have 3 here. I mean, how do you beat that? So they just play lightly on site, and if you don't take calls, you have to lurk on them, or move like that, or like that. Like, you know, you have to take mid. Like, they need to play a little bit more towards mid and halls. Else, GP, they're gonna get washed. So
Them for a second. Mako.
Oh my god, RB.
All right.
Okay.
GG, go next.
That's some style points for sure. Jeez.
they're gonna go B.
Absolute
Good Lord.
nuts. 6-6 first half on
Yep.
bind for
It's like if I was in solo queue,
Damwon Kia
I'd
ESC
like, go,
game.
go B. Don't go A.
Getting a
again.
phone call. Oh, what is a
Don't-
031?
Don't go A again.
I have no idea.
It's a call from Youngie. Something tells me it's a telemarketer. So hang on, I'm gonna listen to this.
If you watch them on the minimap, look,
Put it
they're
on
like,
stream.
they're like moving back and forth, confused. Some people
No,
went
thank
there. They're
you.
like, no, we're gonna go here.
Antenna.
Like, I speak in
I think that was an
Korean. That's
automated
dope,
message. I don't
man.
think that was a real person.
No, it was automated.
I want to learn Korean.
Like I get it translated. It's like we got
My
your test
wife
results
wants to learn
back.
Japanese. She wants
Like,
to move to Japan
Oh,
for a little bit.
All right, drone.
I'm watching for that that RB.
Okay, so they pushed through mid hard. They realized, all right, we have to play through mid now. It's important, guys. I mean, like, it's important. They don't have any smokes to take mid, but they just, walk through mid. DRX, they failed to defend that well, so they kind of do a late drone. It's gonna get shot down. It's not gonna see. Sees two
Marginal
people.
kill.
Okay,
Yeah,
not bad.
he's rotating right now.
So he knows a lot of people.
Darts connecting there from
Regardless
Zest.
if it's 2 or
Dart
3,
from
it's still
Stacks.
a lot.
Did that spot red light? Looks like it may have. I think he turned it around after jumping through the door. As there's the tailwind forward. And oh boy, he's got the one-way set up here with the cage. Looking to make his exit. Pushes around the corner. Will punish red light after Zest falls. Plant now coming in.
Spike planted.
As they'll just wait for Mako to join through mid. Oh, RP. He looks away for a moment. Now sees Degi cross over towards the tunnel. Mako prepared. So comms looking pretty good overall here. Clean stuff as they just get the pinch in around the side. And I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think even his heroics are gonna be able to save this round for the set.
I mean, honestly, man, if you think about it, it's just it's just over. DRX is a better team, man. They're just really good. They're playing so far ahead of other teams. Like, to give up mid, but to know that you have a Cypher who can set up a one-way here, right? So he sits here with someone else. I think it was Viper or Sky. But they sat there. The Sova drone showed who was mid, showed which path they were taking. So he was able to set up. He wasn't able to get Jet, but he got the other person who walked through there. So off his one-way. It's just, it's just smart, man. It's very smart.
And, basically an eco round, I think it was for GP, but it all comes down to this. Stack's getting frisky, and yeah, he does not miss those.
Stack solo push.
He was just not prepared. He's creeping back
They
with a
wanna push
knife
me
out.
over, gonna solo push me.
Trying to make a quick exit, but
It's like a trade.
not to be the case. Pit gonna be invested here from Mako.
Do a big, we do a
Spike gets
bigger.
planted. A counter
Big
pit
on big.
does come out. They know they really need this one.
There's that shock dart.
And there it is. Degi, just a bit of a magnet for these shock darts, it would seem. As the pit from Mako will fall. Blind comes in. They get the push, and in one fell swoop, it all comes tumbling down. That's going to be the defuse. The GGs go out in the chat, and DRX Vision Strikers will win the first map 13.
That's the end of that. Thanks for coming. And as always, please follow on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. And as always, peace.